Okay, quickly. We did the stator tubes. Now, if you have to replace your stator tube and pull this one out, and you didn't take it out when you took the other out, the stator tube is, if I can get some light on it, there it is, way down there. All right, you got a fish wire in there, but this stator tube's good as staying. I'm going to show you how to get it if it's bad out. All right, you're going to start with, you've already got a fish wire through there. You pull the wire and the trafficator out, and there it is. Ta-da. All right, so there's 3 ways. Okay, the one way, which you probably don't have, you can use this. I have several of these that fit over it, that hook to the trafficator. Run your fish wire through it, be able to put it in there, push it down all the way. Then undo the lock nut and compression ring off of the steering box at that end, and you'll be able to pull it all through together with this wire going through here, you know, so it'll come out at this end. Then you can pull it all out. Tie this wire off at the other end, because you don't want to accidentally pull that wire with it. That's got to stay, so it's your fish wire. All right, there's another way. You can loosen the lock nut and the compression ring and pull it off of it, and then you can get this. This is collapsible little magnet. It extends, telescoping. Ta-da! Harbor Freight, like $1.99. And you can just feed that down in there till you hit the tube. When it's nice and loose, you can pull it back out with the tube. Tube's locked in now, but you have to take the lock ring off and compression ring. The third way, which has even worked for me in the past, you take the lock nut off of the steering box at the tube and the compression fitting of the steering box at the tube, and you pull it out some. Again, make sure this fish wire you've run through there is tied off somewhere, like the gear shift, so you're plenty of slack, but you're not going to pull it out. You pull it back and you chuck that sucker through. You just go whoo, and it'll come flying up high enough where you can get it. It'll probably come all the way out, or not all the way, but it'll come out enough you can get it, or enough where you can get a pair of needle nose on it and get it out. I've slung them out of there, so it can be done. But those are the 3 ways I get this out of there if you're going to replace it with a new one. Putting all back is easy because you'll assemble everything together with the stator tube and the trafficator on it and feed this wire through all of it, and you'll have the wires already out, and then you feed the new tube and everything in. Remember, if you got oil in your box, when you undo that nut and compression fitting, if it's full of oil, all that oil's getting all over everything. Just go ahead and drain that out now. Put your pan under it like I showed you in the past and drain it out so you don't have oil all over everything, because that can be an oily mess. Gives you a chance to top it back up with grease or whatever. But if you just drain it at the tube, you know it ain't gonna run out. You don't have to take the bottom out unless you want to drain everything and fresh grease, cornhead grease in there. Anyway, I wanted to show you how to get that tube out. This is a short video. This car here, Dr. Stickley's, we've been doing the wiring the last couple of days. All of it works. We're ready to assemble the new dash. We've checked all the switches. We checked all of everything on the wiring, and it's waiting on water pump, that's antique, and a few other little pieces, brake booster that doesn't work. And anyway, I had this one on the lift. I thought I'd show you one with the stator tube in it. When we did the this right here, reverse light switch, so when you reverse, it'll cut on a backup light. he has an original Lucas factory dealership option backup light. So it was already there when we got the car. We wired it, and now we're going to put one of those switches here. Cleaned off the tranny. We've got our jig we made from the other one. We can put it in place and mark it. If you can see it. Anyway, that little hole's exactly center for where we got to drill and tap the switch. It was a mess. We cleaned it up this morning. Yes, this morning. We started at 3 a.m. This is 5 a.m. now, and I'm still sitting in here doing this crap. But it's the only time I find that I'm not interrupted and I could give you guys a video if you give a crap. So, anyway, enough of that. I know somebody be going, but how do I get this tube out? So, I showed you how I do it. All right. We'll be back with how to, I'm going to put one all together and take it back apart, probably on Devon's, pulling out the trafficator and pulling the steering wheel and all that when I get time, and that'll show you exactly the whole steps. I gave you little increments of this. I'm going to do the whole job in one video when I find somebody I have time to them to hold the damn phone and do it. I'm trying to do this all by myself, and I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an old man. This is beyond me. All right, y'all take care.